Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Welcome back to Toyeen Talks. And if you're new here, we are happy you find us. Thank you for everything. Please don't forget to hit on that subscribe button so that you'll be notified when we drop new video. I can come and sleep in his room. In him and his wife's room.
Where was the wife at this time?
She traveled for work. And don't forget, I'm 19. I was 19 going 20 that year. So that year was supposed to be booked. That year I was supposed to turn 20. So I said, so me that felt strange. I was raised in a single parents family. So I didn't live with my parents growing up. So I lived with another person who was my mom. I've always known her as the mom. She wasn't with her husband, so it was pretty much a single family life that we lived. So it was just me, my mom, and my other siblings that we grew up together in Nigeria. So coming here, living with a man that I call Dad, you can imagine how strange that is for me.
Yeah.
But, I grew into it, like, I saw it like a second chance. Like, you would say,
Babaku.
So I took the assumption of, okay, Babaku. I had a second shot at life, living with two parents in a household.
Are they the one that brought you into US?
Yes, that's like my adopted parents.
Okay.
They are my adopted parents.
Okay.
So that was the first shock of my life. That in the middle of the night, you say, if I'm scared, why would I be scared in a house that there are three men? You understand? Like, you are there, then your son is there, and then my younger brother is there, who is also 17, by the way. Because I'm just 2 years older.
Their son?
What? No, their son is a year older than me.
Okay.
Then I have my younger brother that we came together.
Okay.
And he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So remember, I'm 19, he's 17. Their son is like maybe 20.
Okay.
And then there's him. And I said, why would I be scared in a house that there are two men? And why are you asking me this when my name is not him? I don't really know you that much because before I came to the US, I didn't know them like that. The whole adoption story started because my parents passed. My mom specifically passed. And that was when I got to know that, I have an aunt in the US and, they are interested in taking care of us and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I saw them a huge favor that they were doing for us. Like, who adopts two teenagers? Do you guess, ma? Two teenagers and decided to send them to the US and take responsibility for them. It was like a huge favor for me. So I'm now going through this, I said, hey, God, how do I address it? But anyway, that night, I said, Daddy, I'm okay. I'm fine. There's nothing to be scared of. I'm fine. So he said, okay. And then he went back. Mommy, that was the beginning of when I knew what God meant. That was when I started believing stories. I think that day I still did not believe that abuse. I understand abuse, right? But I still didn't understand it because it didn't happen personally to me. All the while, I went to a girls' boarding school. So I've been shielded, I've been protected, and I've always been careful all my life. I've not wavered. So you come, and I was so skinny, I was like very skinny. I was like, people used to think I'm like maybe 15, 14. And that's how young I was, and how small I was. Why would you have interest in a small girl? Right? Do you understand, ma? I could just not, put it together. Anyway, that night went by. My mom came back. I did not say anything. And then gradually, I started noticing when my mom is not there, when he comes back from work, he will hug me. You know how your husband hugs you so much? Like, I'm married now, so I'm trying to relate it. You know how your husband hugs you so much and you are not feeling shy or you are not feeling like, what is he doing to me? That was how I was feeling. He would hug me. He would try to kiss my neck. He would try to hold my lower, my butt. And I was like, is this normal? So when that lady was saying she did not understand the first time it happened, that was the first physical contact for me. I said, why is he holding me like this? Is this normal? You carry that you hold the child. Remember, I never had close contact with a dad. I can say. I know my dad was alive. My dad didn't hold me like that. Even though I was young, I was like, my dad died when I was 14. he never made any sexual advances to me. So I'm like, yeah, this is how they do here in the US. Is this strange? All this while I just turned 20. Maybe not 20 yet, but I think I was just 20 then. And he will hug me every night when he comes back from work. But I now started differentiating because when he comes back from work and I'm downstairs and his wife is there, he will only hug me like, that brother-sister hug where you just hug by side, right? Or we will just say, welcome, sir, welcome, daddy. I call him daddy, welcome, daddy. And they say, hey, my dear, how are you? There was never physical contact. There's no kisses on the edge. There's no kisses on the neck. So I started feeling like, okay, it's like this man is trying to tell me something that I don't understand. But okay, we move. And small, gradually, there was one day, it was around, say, 6 a.m. I can't know it was done. And I was sleeping. Next thing I just know, somebody crept into my bed from behind. I sleep next to the window. The door is just by the window. And he came in from behind, laid down next to me, and hugged me under my duvet. And I woke up, and I turned. My mom comes to my room. My mom is the only person that comes to my room that doesn't work. My mom comes to my room, and she wants to lie down next to me. She lies down next to me. She doesn't hold me down. So I know that was not my mom. And then I can smell the masculine smell. And I look back, and I said, that's it. And then he said, oh, my dear, just coming to say hi. How are you? Did this sleep well? And I said, who is a 20-year-old from behind? I don't understand.
Wait.
All of
Hold
this
on.
I could not.
Hold on. You were sleeping.
Ma?
He now came into the bed, slept behind you.
Yes, it was around 5:36 a.m. because I know it was like, how when you open the window, it's like blue.
Yeah.
But it's not daylight yet. So, and I said, and I look at him, and I came back immediately, and I look at him, and I said, Daddy, and then I said, oh, my dear, how are you? Did this sleep well? And then he was hugging me. Mommy, I froze. I did. You see that drama of how people will slap people in the movie when you try to touch them? No, that's not what happens. In real life, most of the time, people will freeze. I did not know. I could not shout. I could not say anything. I just said, God, just Jesus, yeah. How do I feel? What will happen? My mom was in her bedroom. Just listen, I'm talking about. My mom was in her bedroom.
The wife was even around.
I didn't. Yes. I think she was sleeping. It was going to work, and I think that was why it came that end. Because usually it works late night, so it will come around that. It will come home around that 11, maybe 12:30, and when this thing started getting frequent, and so let me just cut long story short. It never slept with me. It never got to that point, and there's a reason why. When gradually, when it started, giving me small signs, it never came directly to say, I want to sleep with you. It never happened. But it would just come, like, when you hug somebody, you rub their back. You rub their back. I'm like, this is not normal. Like, I'm not your wife. This is a sexual kind of touching. Anyway, when I was in college this time, and I just started college then, because, when you come from Nigeria, sometimes you don't start quickly like that. So I remember when I would be doing my homework and I would hear him driving down the street, because our house is like at the at the end of the street. So when he's driving down, I would just hear his car. Mommy, you know what I used to do? I would run and stand up, turn off my lights, shut down my computer, lie down and cover myself with blankets. You know why? Because I don't want him to see my light in the room that is on. So that he will not call me. He will assume that I'm sleeping. I did that for months. I did that for close to a year. And I will do that every time it comes. I know how he works. I know what he does first. He drop his car key, drop his bag, come upstairs. It's very quiet when he's walking. So I never thought my aunt knew. So today I don't think she knows. But you know what gave it away? There was one thing major that happened. One day, for some reason, I think they cancelled him for a shift or something. And my mom was supposed to go to work for a meeting. If my mom had known that they would cancel him, I'm sure my mom would have decided to work from home that day.
That is the wife. The wife, Abby? Your auntie.
To call my name. Ma?
That is your auntie,
Ma?
the wife.
Yes, my auntie, yes.
Okay.
But because she did not know, so she now came to my room because she always comes to my room every day. Like, we're like best friends. She doesn't have the daughter, so I'm like, the daughter she never had literally. And she's very manipulative, but I'm just saying this part. And she said, oh, I'm going to go to work. I didn't know, your dad was going to work from stay at home today, but I'll quickly come back from work. Just, take care of your dad. That's what she just said. Just like, make sure you find something for me to eat. So she left. So that morning, I remember he now came. He asked me, what am I doing today? I said, my mom just said I should clean up, do some work, house chores and stuff. They said, okay, when I'm done, I should get dressed so we can go out. So I said, okay. And I started fidgeting. Where is it taking me? What are we going to do? Blah, blah. Everything was running through my mind. Anyway, I started looking for chores that my mom did not even send me. I was doing it just to occupy my time. My mom had said she would try to be back by 12 just because her husband is in. So I was like looking at the time. My mom is not back. One, she's not back. So each time I'll go down to her, ask, Daddy, what do you want to eat? He'll say it's fine. I should just quickly do and finish so we can go out. And then I'll go back upstairs again. And then I'll do stuff. So around that too, I now came upstairs again to ask him for lunch. He said I should not worry. I should not cook for him. I should just get ready and we should go. So that's why I now went upstairs. Around 2:30, I came back. He now called me. He said, am I not done? I said, no, I'm not done, sir. Then he now said, so no, he now came downstairs. And the next thing he just said was, go back upstairs. If I come downstairs, what did I tell you to? He was angry that I did not do as he had told him. And I said, and each time I go into a room, I will lock myself in there. And then I stayed there. He shouted at me. So I stayed there. I was waiting. I was praying my mom would come back. My mom didn't come back until around maybe 4:35 p.m. As soon as I heard my mom driving into the driveway, I quickly came outside and my mom came inside. As he saw me coming downstairs to come and welcome my mom, he yelled at me, did I not tell you to come downstairs? So you go back upstairs. Mommy, I was 20. Who yells at a 20-year-old like that? Even I have a daughter, I have a little daughter. I don't yell at her like that.
And probably because he was not having his way.
Ma?
Because he couldn't have his way, that's why he's yelling at you.
Exactly. That was what gave it away to me. That I said, wow, like why? So anyway, my mom looked at us. Then my mom, and then I went back upstairs as soon as we yelled. My mom now came to my room, next thing I heard, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? You disrespected my husband. And I said, and I was just crying. I did not have anything to say. I could not say anything that day. And she said, I will put you in the next life for Nigeria. If this ever happens again. I said, what just happened? Mom, do you know that today, this woman did not come and approach you and say, that kind of yell that your dad yelled at you that day, it was not normal. What happened? I have 2 daughters. If anybody yells at my child like that, in my absence, I will go back and ask. Not to talk of
what's going on?
In my presence. She never came up to me. That was the clue that I had, that she knew. She probably knew something is going on. She's probably suspecting, but she never approached me. Let me fast forward. I got married quite very early. I got married at 23.
Because of it? Was it because of it?
Ma?
Because of what we were going on, what we were going through? Was that why you got married early?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, my mom was like, and she got married at 23. So she was an advocate of accommodate to marry.
Okay.
She doesn't like dual child.
Then I think because of what, share your biological mom or your adopted mom?
No, my adopted mom. She got married on time.
And she might even, with what is going on, she might want you out of the house on time too.
That's what I thought. That's in hindsight now. That's what I thought. I thought she was finding a way for me to quickly
leave the house. Yes, that's the only option she has.
She probably think one day it may happen, or it may have happened. I just didn't say anything. But that day that man yelled at me, and there was nobody to say what happened. There was nothing. I could not report him. I could not even mention that. Today I filled it up. I did not say. She doesn't know it as I'm speaking to it. She does not know. Now, fast forward, I got married. I left the house. An aunt of mine came to visit, like a year before I left, before I got married. She came to visit. She came to do like a course. I don't want to mention what she does, but she came to do a course. And I would take her to the, to where she's going to take transportation, bring her back, and they're just like that. And there's a reason why I mentioned that. So one day when I got married,
she came back to you are almost 20 minutes. So I
now went to visit her day. So when I got there, we were now talking. Something led to something, Sha. She mentioned it. She said, I'm going through something. I said, what is it? She said, I think I went through an abuse. SA assault.
She was telling you that she think you did. She was telling you that she thinks you went through abuse.
No, she was saying, I think I've been assaulted. I'm not sure what to call it. She's not married. And she's an older auntie to me, very older. She said, I think I might have been assaulted. I said, by who? She now mentioned my dad. I wanted to freeze. I wanted to just crumble. And then she was now saying how he would come, hug her from behind, the exact same way.
He did to you.
The exact same
did she?
And
was she living with them at a point?
No, when she came to do that
course.
When she came to visit. That year, just before I left. That was when it happened.
Okay.
So we were just talking about, women to women talk, and something led to something, she mentioned it. So when she asked me about that, I said, by who? Because she's a visitor, let me put it that way. I thought maybe it was from where she was coming from, not knowing that it was in the house, in this very same house. I'm married there, I've gone. I just came to visit her in my parents' house. So she said, the last time when I came, I said yes. So this is what happened. And she was not narrating it. It was like she was there when it was happening to me. It was like she was telling my story, but to me. And I said, stop. And I said, hold on. I said, whenever he comes from work, he will come to your room, he will speaking, right? My auntie said, yes. I said, he will hug you from behind, he will hold you, he will try to use his hand to play.
Same pattern.
I said, same pattern. I said, my auntie said, then I will be writing my papers, and whenever I hear him coming, I'll be quickly turn on the lights, put on jeans. I said, Jesus. I said, Auntie, whenever, and then you will try and listen to watch him, hear him pass your room, right? My auntie said, wait, why are you the one saying this? And then I told her because I went through the same thing. My auntie wanted to die. My auntie said, yeah, Mobe, how did you do it? You lived in this house. I was even just visiting and I was just looking forward to pay. One day, she said,
what about you that was living with them? Well, how about you that was living with them?
They were living there. Marty said, how did you do it? She said, please tell me it did not happen. Because she said, me, I'm older. I thought, okay, maybe because I'm not married, that's why he's doing that to me. You were young. You were just like, what pillow share? And then she was scared for my marriage. So she said, I just got married like a year ago. So she said, so she was like, I said, I told my husband. She said, my auntie said, do you remember me? I said, no. Then she now said, maybe she never saw the clue. And I told her that, why would she not see? Then I now told her the yelling story. I said, you are a woman and you hopefully become a mom. If somebody does that to your daughter,
how will you feel?
What would you do? Would you come upstairs and yell at that same daughter and be saying, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? Is that the first thing you are going to say? So if that man had SA'd me that day, Or RP. If he had answered that day, is that what he would come up and be telling me? If I had committed
SUICID,
you know, if I had find myself. If I had find myself before she came back from work, is that what she would come and be saying? That's why I say I'm woman. There are some women, because they want to keep the
marriage, they protect their mind.
They will do anything. They will do. I am 30 years old and I am still living with the trauma. I remember having this argument with my husband a few days ago on this same topic that we are saying now. And my husband said, "What if he has changed?" I said, "No. You cannot tell me that he has changed. This man is a minister in church. He was a minister. I will watch him walk up the pulpit. There are the people that will arrive on time.
He's a minister in church.
Prayer before church people are arriving."
Wait, yo, at this point, can you please hold on? At this point, I want to ask some questions. You said he's a minister in church.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's still ministry in church.
In fact, he's a pastor now. They are leading pastor.
He's a pastor. Does he have his own church? He has his own church?
No, he doesn't. He's under people, like under a single man person's church.
Which church is that?
He used to go to one church. Then he left.
Which church?
And then they go to a new famous church now.
Which church is that?
Let's just put it as Aunty
Adunni winners. Okay, that person has his own church, so he's under that. Because so that the pastor can be aware. The pastor that has that church too can be aware he has somebody that can be molesting.
Pastor to Kuro the winners to know that church is in.
Okay, so he is now under that pastor.
Yes. Yes. And up to today, I have sworn my daughter can never be. I have a very pretty daughter. I can say that with my features. My daughter can never be led to that man in the name of Grandpa, Unidafu Grandpa. I repeat it. I will never. Right now, our relationship is not smooth at all. We are. What's the word you can use? We're estranged. You know, both me, his wife, and we're all estranged. And his wife will be thinking maybe because of the other things she has done to me.
And this person you are talking about, how old is he? How old is this man you are talking about?
Now he should be turning, probably he should be 60 soon, if not next year. Maybe the other, in 2020, I think it's next year, he'll be 60. Yeah, because what I'm telling you now is happened about 11 years ago, 11 years ago.
Okay.
Because that was when I just arrived.
That's something cheek. You said, who told you the pastor himself may not be doing the same thing in his own church too? I assume, you know. We can't say because one person is bad, every other person is bad too. There are some people that will not. But I'm just like,
if you see this man, you will not know that he's capable. There's no tracing. He's quiet. He is well respected. That was why I knew I can never say anything. Nobody will believe me. Let's just put it at that. They will see me as that adopted child that came to ruin their family.
Ruin their family.
I thought about it so many ways. Even up to today, maybe now I can tell the wife if he ever gets to that point that you think, you really think I was just crazy all these years looking at you guys, or you think I'm quiet because I just felt like, okay, I appear ungrateful. No, there's more to it. You guys try to take advantage of me. If I report him, if I call police and say this is what I'm going through, what do you think our African community will say?
They will say one help. That's what they will say. They help her and she has scattered their homes. Their home.
Meanwhile, if he had been sleeping with me in the house, if I had gotten pregnant, because he's a medical somebody, he could have given me something to use and go and abort. There's so many scenarios I thought in my head. And so because of that, whenever I'm home alone with him, I guide myself. I guide myself like gold. I try not to be alone with him.
Afroitist.
Thankfully, he works a lot, so he's not always around like that. The few times he tries to essay me, well, maybe at night, early in the morning, or before his wife wakes up, when I'm alone with him in the house, you know. My auntie even told me that he got to an extent that he will be texting her at work and be saying, come and meet me in so place. And my auntie will say, that my auntie is the one that he essayed too. My auntie will say, I can't leave, your wife is here. My auntie said because she was scared that because people will label her, because she will take the people who married, she understands. They are like cousins.
All right, so let me try to take a round up so that other people can call in.
So, but basically, my just to say everything, a lot of these things happen, and people go through stuff. People go through stuff that they can never say. They will be too much. It's too traumatic.
All right, thanks for sharing your experience, and we are hopeful you get your healing as you have spoken out. Hopefully, you come to terms with it, and hopefully, it might even get to a day you might even have to confront the wife with what has gone on. Just be ready; it might get to that. Okay, be ready; it might get to that stage. Yes. So. That might be the time you will really embrace how would I put it? It might get to that time you might have to let the wife know. You consider her a mother, and let's just assume she might not be in the know. And let's assume, even if she's in the know, sometimes you need to tell it to their face that yes, this happened. That this happened.
I don't have proof. I don't have to now.
You don't have to have proof.
I never thought to record or anything.
You don't have to. You don't need to have proof. You can't just wake up and lie on somebody that is elderly like that. No. I always tell people when a younger person is talking, and that is why when things like this happen, they look at who is vulnerable among the two. They listen to the vulnerable than the one that is strong. In this case, you are the vulnerable one. So they need to listen to you. It's just like the case of that woman that I brought here that we played the show. When the wife got to know that the man was sleeping with her niece, she only warned the man. Blah, 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 blah. And the man continued. So at a point, they had to take the niece out of the house. The niece left. And that was when the niece by herself.
The wife is always asking me, are you sure you are a virgin? They're sure preventing.
So after that, the man now started with his own children. He started with the first child. Onshe. He started with the second. Onshe. He now got to the third. The mother of these children knew all along. He knew all along something was going on. Until Boyagbati, the other girl, no, not even niece, is her first daughter from another marriage, not niece. I think it was in the process, the first daughter now by herself. That was when she became scared. And that made her to speak out. She saw the help of Barrister Olumide. Not only the first child, thank you, Tope. Thank you. You really followed the story. Thank you you followed the story. It was the first child of the woman from another marriage. The girl eventually cried herself. That was when that woman now became scared. And she came out to talk. And she sought help. And I told Barrister, in a normal society.
I thought that could have been me.
Yes. That man has been arrested. Yes. The man has been arrested.
That could have been me.
The man has been arrested. Go ahead. Let me give you time to speak out.
I felt like that could have been me. Because, remember, I'm not there on the day. I'm living there. I felt like one day it will get to it if I'm not sure. And the reason why, when marriage opportunity showed up, I won't just panic. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I never sleep with anybody in Nigeria. I went to an only girls' school. Nobody ever people make advances, but I mean, I have a huge background story that I know that my life cannot turn out the way my parents live their own. I have to be different. So I had a dream. And then I came here, my auntie be asking me, are you a virgin? Are you sure you are a virgin? I was saying, one day I told her, she should stop. You were not living with me in Nigeria. You were not there. I'm here now because, I'm a good girl and you know it. I didn't know, maybe she was trying to find out if I have potential
or maybe her husband has done something with
you. She
you.
knows her husband can, they have their history. What cheating? Somebody cheated on somebody. I think trust was broken.
Most of these women are actually the enablers. They are the enablers. They are actually, I said most of these women, they are actually the enablers, the wives. They are enablers in all these things. Most of them know.
That's why I thought that if she knows that her husband used to, cheat, she should have at least come to me and say, my dear, if anything happened to the shop, I will be held responsible. Because you know are responsible for me. Then you say, but she never approached me. She was always, if her husband has not smiled too much at me, she'll be angry. You can tell she's reacting to something. But it's like, let me also say this way. The man knows he assaulted me. I know he assaulted me. We never talk about it. We never say anything about it. It's like it didn't happen. It's like it literally did not happen. But God is my living witness. God is my living witness. He did. Just a few days ago, I was Googling. I said, if somebody touches this part of your body, if somebody hugs you in a sexual manner, what does that mean? Google tell me that is sexual assault.
That thing is still, that means that thing is really on your mind for you to still be thinking about it and going through all that.
Mention their names.
Okay, somebody said you need to mention their names. Why are you protecting him at this stage? Is it that he's going to do anything to you? Because he might be doing it to others as things are now. Even the young people in the church.
She cannot heal. She cannot say it.
Huh?
I can't.
She said she cannot. Huh?
A lot of things.
A lot of things will be messed up. It will be messy.
It will be very messy. It will be very, very messy.
How can you get justice?
It will be very messy.
No, I'm not sure she's looking for justice in this case. She's just wanting to talk out the trauma she has bottled up. That's what I think.
If you have a niece in the house, if you have a young lady in the house, and you see that they are gloomy, they are sometimes unhappy, or you yourself, they are yelling at them, every slighting, you are snapping at them, you should try and be considerate because you don't know. You don't know.
Sweetheart, show me that. Do you think you need to go for therapy or something?
I don't have a name, but it will be tagged ungrateful. They will look at the good things they have done to you. People will look at the good things they have done to you, and they'll use that to judge you, including family. Including family. How do I say I want to live a 30-something-year-old marriage? How old am I? Well, at the time I was 20, I was 19, 20. Now I'm 30. So they are 30-something years in marriage already. He has a child as old as I am, even though he's a boy.
Oh, and that boy is like your brother as things are.
We really stand by looking that somebody who has old his son. He has a child as old as I am.
Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin oníṣekúṣe.
He preaches in church. I sit in service. I sit behind my mom every Sunday. And I look at him.
You go to the same church? Hold on.
But when he's home, he's not doing the same. And because he's the one funding my deal, let me put it that way, he's taking care of me. He's a father at home. How do I mention it? Who do I talk to? Who do I tell? I can't walk up to anybody. It was like I was dying there. It was terrifying. Do you know how terrifying it is to be living in the house? I'm thinking,
good evening.
This person, my RPU one day.
Ṣé kí n pè later. Jẹ́ kí n pè later. Okay?
Let us stop first. Let us stop talking.
Jẹ́ kí n pè later. Ṣùgbọ́n.
Let us stop. because that's too much. That has got to our emotion side.
Yes. So ma pe later, shogbo.
See,
Yes, ma'am.
this is my first time of joining your program, and what I want to say is that most of these problems start with the women and end with the women. All of this rubbish that happens everywhere starts with the men and end with the women.
Ma pe later, shogbo. Love for me, bojo, I'll call you later. All right, sweetheart, I'm more available. You can call me, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead, almost sexy. Emma Basho, this is not the line to call. If you want to call me, let me give the line to call me on, okay? Please don't call my 240. Call this one, 240-351-9287 +1 240-351-9287. Again, +1 240-351-9287. Okay, so for those that are saying maybe she should mention the name and she said